like to share my experiences with you. The three main steps, well, there are lots of steps in painting a house, but if you break it into the highest level, 3 is the planning, the prep, and the actual painting. I'll start with the planning. The best thing to do is to not do it. Just find somebody else to do it for you. Save up enough money. No, just kidding. These days, well, I don't know about the days past, but I haven't been painting for very long. You can get paint swatches. So the first step is to pick the color you want, or the colors that you want. So you can go to the paint store or Lowe's or Home Depot, any place that sells paint. You can get paint swatches. And then what you can also do is get sample paints. They sell these cute little cans of paint that you can tint with whatever color you want. Get a bunch and start painting your house with it. And that's the planning phase. Then you get an idea of what color you want, how many colors you want, different tones, different styles. You plan how much, you do the calculations, how much paint you need, and you go buy. And just a tip, Lowe's they always have a 4th of July sale. So you can always get paint on a 4th of July sale, even if you want to paint next year. And even if you don't know the color you want, you can get it tinted at a time when you do know the color you want. So get it on sale, and then get it colored whenever you want it. Just keep the receipt. So planning that, part of planning is choosing the color, getting the help. It's amazing how friends disappear when you start planning. But if you can plan that in advance, great. If you get forced commitments out of your friends, that'd be amazing. So planning is great. I planned for 2 weeks to do the whole thing. It took us 3 freaking months. So things obviously didn't go as planned, but that's not to say that you shouldn't plan. Just plan the heck out of everything and just know that your plan won't go according to plan anyway. So that's the planning phase. The prep. This is the most fun part. Of the 3 months, the preparation took 2 months, 2.5 months. The planning was for about 4 or 5 days, and the painting was about a week or 2, but the prep was a pain. So the first thing you need to do is scrape all the old paint off your house. And if you have an old house like mine with siding that's warped and broken, it's even bigger pain in the butt. There are many ways to scrape or to get the paint off. One is scraping. There are scrapes where you pull, scrapers where you pull the blade with. There are scrapers that you push the paint off with. And then there's power tools where you just go, well, make sure you wear masks because it's very dusty, and you just go across, it's just this high resolution scraper that just scrapes all the paint off very quickly. It just stirs up a lot of dust. Before that, make sure you don't have lead in your paint before stirring up all the dust and poisoning yourself. Or you can use water power washer. I chose not to do that, even though it would have been easiest because, well, there was lead in the paint, and also my boards were old and warped, and I didn't want to get too much water under the boards inside the house. So we did it the old-fashioned pain in the butt way of scraping with the pulling and the pushing methods. And towards the end, I just sanded the shit out of it because I was impatient. So that's the scraping part, the preparation part. Now, the third part, the painting, is actually the easiest portion. You can either spray, again, like power washer, or you can roll, like we did. The reason we decided to roll is because I really hate taping off trim, windows, and whatever else you need to tape. Because I'm not very good at it, and my tape's always askew anyway, so it's most pointless. So But we were pretty good with our brush and rollers because you just have to go slowly over on the edges to not make a mess. So we decided to roll and use brushes, and it went great. That part was actually pretty easy. The places where you have to reach up high, where you need ladders. One advice I would give there is to not use slippers when going up ladders. I almost fell off the ladder a couple of times, and it would have hurt my feelings a lot more than my bones. So the three main steps: planning, preparation, and paintings. That's what you need to do to paint the house. And again, after my experience, I would advise to sell the house and move into a condo like Patrick. And just pay the monthly condo fee so you don't have to deal with painting at all. That's what I would like to leave with everyone today. Don't paint your damn house. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Excellent.
Oh, I still a little bit of that.
I'd just like to add one thing. If you're on the top of the ladder and you've got one more little spot to reach that's way out here, move the ladder instead of reaching for